Hello and welcome to our video about how to use your Move Assistant to find out more information about building works that may have been carried out. As always, you should obtain professional advice and not simply rely on AI platforms to give you definitive advice when moving home or making decisions. Always obtain professional advice before making any decision. Okay, so that said, in this video we'll show you how to use the Move Assistant to help find out about building works. So as always, you can type your question into the text box, or if you prefer, you can click live chat and chat with the live avatar who can answer your questions in a more natural way. For this video though, we're going to stick with the live version. So we're going to assume we're buying a Victorian house where the chimney breast has been removed. We want to know whether such works require building regulations and what defects could be caused following such works. So type your question in here. As you can see, the Move Assistant provides definitive response. So firstly, do you need planning permission? Typically, removing a chimney breast in the UK does not require planning permission. However, there are certain circumstances when it may, such as being a listed building, conservation area, etc. Building regulations are required, however, because they're classed as structural works. As it tells you, it can affect the structural integrity of the property. Finally, the assistant gives you a summary of things to think about. So we now need to delve into this a little bit deeper by asking a follow-up question. The follow-up question can be regarding what are the consequences or potential consequences when a chimney breast is removed in such a property? What permissions are required, say, what defects may occur? So let's ask the question and we'll see what the AI says. So again, the assistant has provided you with detailed response here. So let's go through it a little bit. Structural integrity, important part. We don't want the house falling down. So check whether the chimney breast was load bearing. Basically that means was it being supported below or above itself. If so, check that the appropriate beams have been installed. That should form part of the building regs. If there is a defect, look for signs of cracking. Look for the condition of floor joists, etc, etc. It also goes on the next section to tell you about potential defects. Have a look at those and you can drill into these in more detail if you choose to. We may do that shortly. Permissions and regulations. Well, we already know building regs is required. We know that planning permission may not be. However, what the assistant has also brought up is the Party Wall Act. Now, because the chimney breast is a mid-terraced house, it's likely to be shared with the neighbour or at least forms part of the party wall. In such circumstances, you should ensure that the Party Wall Act has been adhered to. If you want to know more about the Party Wall Act, you can ask the AI. We'll do that shortly, and it gives you some other considerations. So now let's find out a little bit more about the Party Wall Act. So all we do is revert to this type box and type in our question. As always, we need to structure the question to get the answer you want. So we're following up, so we're asking about the Party Wall Act. We're asking the assistant to explain what certification would be required and that they should need as a buyer to ensure compliance with the Party Wall Act. Now for this case, we're not going to mention it's a Victorian property again, mid-terraced house. We're going to see what the AI says. So let's press send message and see what the result is. So once again, the AI has provided detailed guidance. What's the process under the Party Wall Act? It's all explained. What certification is required? Again, it's explained. Now, as I say, this is for guidance only, and you should always obtain specific advice from a professional. However, it can help you understand the process, give you guidance, and as this whole application has been designed for educational purposes, can help educate you about things to consider. It's a useful tool, and it's like having your own assistant with you who's got more knowledge than you when you're viewing a property or when you're planning to view a property. So anyway, in conclusion, there's a summary. So the Move Assistant has provided you with a summary of what's required. That ends our video. Before we go, don't forget you can converse with the Move Assistant by text or via our live chat function. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoy Move Assist, and please tell your friends and others who may be moving home.